Well, hello everyone. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Welcome to our MBA Watch Profile of the Week, sponsored by mbaMission. We have a candidate here who calls himself Mr. Strategist. He's a third-generation engineer. He says he has had a very tough upbringing due to many adversities and challenges, both financial and emotional. He has apparently overcome those because he graduated with an industrial engineering degree, top of his class, a gold medalist, with a 750 GMAT. He's 26 years old. He currently is a business analyst at a consulting firm, but he got his start in a manufacturing company as a supply chain planner. He worked in that job for about 2.5 years and got a double promotion, what he calls, in the first year of his career. So he wants to go to Harvard Business School, and he's also considering UVA Darden, which is also obviously the most predominant case study school outside of Harvard, and MIT Sloan. We have with us to assess this candidate, Jeremy Shinewald, the founder and CEO of mbaMission. Hi, Jeremy.
How you doing, John? Good to be back.
Great to see you again. So what do you make of this guy?
The 750 GMAT and 73% might seem low as a GPA, but it's the top of his class. And so you need to understand the curve. And I'm assuming this person went to an Indian school where the grading curve is quite low. We've had individuals who've had a 63% in chemical engineering be at the top of their class. So, a 73% in industrial engineering is enough to be top. There's no question that a consulting firm is going to look at this individual and say, this person can come in and do the analytical work. And if a consulting firm is going to look at that and say that, then an admissions committee is going to say that as well. And so it's just an important flag, because sometimes you'll see someone who has a 680 GMAT, who's a great candidate, but and we say to them, well, you can't really write consulting. Maybe you want to take the GMAT again, because the consulting firms might not hire you, and the admissions committees are going to know that. One other thing is his honesty in saying that he came from a very tough upbringing due to what he wrote as, quote unquote, many adversities and challenges, both financial and emotional. And I think that maybe some applicants feel like they've got to be perfect, and that's just not the way it is. And schools are looking for real people. You don't have to make your essay some sort of confessional, but you can talk about the challenges you've had in life that have made you who you are and overcoming. Seems to have done well in supply chain, and I like to point out that supply chain isn't a typical it's not a typical position. So this person has a little bit of a vantage point to add something, has already made the transition to consulting. So that also, bodes well.
That supply chain was worth over $50 million. So at a young age, he had a really responsible job, and he got the 2 promotions in his first year. That bodes really well for him. And then that transition to consulting, I'm assuming to a second-tier type of company, sets him up for a nice MBA to go to MBB. But Harvard's going to be tough.
Harvard's going to be a tough ticket.
Yep.
A very, very comprehensive, complete candidate who exhibits excellence, but probably in a pool of 10,000 plus applicants, I think it's going to be a tough ticket. But I think Darden is a school where this person can be competitive. I think MIT Sloan, I think, should be applying there. Again, tough ticket. I would broaden it out a little bit and probably Kellogg, let's say, which is another school that sends a lot of people to consulting.
True.
Maybe you're adding a Tuck and a Duke, or a Tuck and a Michigan. And if you really, really want to be safe, maybe you're even adding a school beyond that, because it's such an unpredictable year.
Really, really good advice, Jeremy. He definitely has to broaden the range of schools here to give himself more options.
And there are people all the time who say, like, well, what did I do wrong? Why didn't I get in? And it's like, there's nothing wrong. It's just a game of relative advantages for a certain group of people. And it has to do with the way the school wants to shape the class at times as well.
Those extras, though, are off the charts. Really terrific.
Yeah, Robin at Robin Hood Army regularly organized food and academy drives for close to 100 young children over the weekends. And it goes on, head student coordinator training and placement cell at my alma mater. organized recruitment drives for volunteers. And there's more.
There aren't a lot of people who have those kinds of extras and yet have had such a successful young career with that kind of responsibility, and then even the transition into consulting. So this guy's got a lot going for him.
You can see that there's probably a connection here between his own adversity and his desire to make sure that other people get fed, like regularly organized food and academy drives for close to 100 young children. It's nice to see an individual like really living their values like that. And I think that's something that would mean a lot to business schools.
Yep, totally. Jeremy, a pleasure as always. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, John. I appreciate it.
Oh, our pleasure. So you've been watching our MBA Watch Profile of the Week, sponsored by mbaMission, and you've been listening to the founder of mbaMission and the CEO, Jeremy Shinewald. This is right on target. Look, you're a terrific candidate. There's no doubt about it. I'd want you in my class, and I don't care where it was. If it was London Business School, it was Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, no matter where. But hedge your bets a little bit more. You got a great profile. You're going places. You're going to be very much liked by admissions committees. And after all, a 750 goes a long way to helping them like you. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Thanks for watching.